In this tutorial, I'd like to show you Manifesto. Manifesto is a free titling plugin from Noise Industries that offers static and rolling title generators. I'm in Final Cut Pro, but these generators work in Final Cut Express, Motion, and After Effects as well. Manifesto is located by clicking on the Generators tab and choosing FxFactory Freebies. There are two generators, Roll, Crawl, and Static. Let's start with Static. The default generator loads in the viewer. I'll drag it to the timeline. I'll also create an instance of Final Cut Pro's default text generator. First, I'll show you its parameters from the Controls tab. If you've been using Final Cut Pro for a while, you've seen this tab 1,000 times with its basic, bare minimum controls. If I go to the Manifesto clip and its Controls tab, you can immediately see the added power we're going to have in this titling generator over the stock Final Cut Pro one. Let's create a simple lower third. First, under Presets, let's choose Lower Right 16:9 Title Safe. We have two options under Layout, Single Line and Multiple Lines. I'll choose Multiple Lines. I'll click the Edit button underneath the text field and the text editor will pop up. This is a full-featured text editor that has all the powerful controls you'd expect from one. I'll add my 2 lines of text for the lower third. I'll change the font. The top line with the name needs to be bigger than the lower line with the title. I'll make a point size decision in the fonts window, but I can tweak it to my liking by using the plus and minus buttons back in the text editor. Let's right justify the text. For my text that says first place, let's make the ST in first a superscript by choosing this option from the baseline dropdown. Then I'll use the minus button to make it a little smaller. Let's go ahead and select the fellow's name on the top line and click the bold button. Finally, I'll go to the Styles dropdown and choose Other. I'll add this to my favorites. I'll get a chance to name the style for reference and include the font and ruler as part of the style. Now it shows up on the Styles dropdown for easy access with other titles. I'll click OK to exit the text editor. Now I'll place the text in the frame. I'll turn on my overlays to make sure I'm within my title safe zone. As a general rule, I like to place text by coordinates in the Controls panel, as opposed to the coordinates in the Motion tab, or by dragging it around in wireframe mode. There are a few reasons, mostly because it's best to position text on whole number coordinates, as Final Cut Pro sometimes has issues with rendering sub-pixel coordinates. And having this generator use the whole frame as opposed to a portion of the frame will alleviate multiple issues later if I try to manipulate or animate this generator. Next, we have the option of a fill color and a stroke color. Very handy if you need to get creative with the text. I'd like to keep white text, but I like to back the color down to 99 or 98% white to keep my text broadcast safe. I'll check Drop Shadow, as even a subtle one will help this text show up if it happens to fall over a light area. There is a deflicker slider. Adding some deflicker will add a small blur to help keep the text from flickering on an interlaced medium, such as broadcast television. If your clip is going to the web, like this one, you can turn it off. Of course, with all these powerful features comes a handy reference. Clicking the Manifesto logo loads the help document. Next, let's take a quick look at Manifesto's Roll Crawl generator. I'll drop it over the next clip and extend its length the full 25 seconds, as I'd like to roll credits over the top of this clip. On the text menu, I'll change the source from text to RTF file. I have an RTF file prepped with some credits already. The animation type is already set to roll, and if I scrub my clip, you can see that it's already rolling. No keyframing necessary. I can offset the beginning or end of the roll using the Start At and End At percentage sliders. I'll make my credits start a little later. I'll turn on the drop shadow and adjust it to taste. Manifesto is an immense improvement over the built-in static and rolling text generators in Final Cut Pro. And best of all, it's a freebie. FxFactory offers a trial period. This is a great effect to try out. First, download and install the latest version of FxFactory. Then download Manifesto. A double click installs it. Restart your host application for it to take effect. FxFactory offers a huge selection of great plugins, and if you don't have them yet, I suggest you go try them out at noiseindustries.com.